Hey Internet, my name is Noah Rogers, and today I'm going to take you through my warm-up routine. Now this is a routine that I do anytime I play the guitar. I start with warming up my fingers to get blood running through them, and then I pick up the guitar to finish up the warm-up. So let me show you what I do. So what I do when I first start to warm up is I like to massage my hands. I have to get blood flowing into them. Now usually I do this slower, but for the sake of the video I'm speeding up. What you need to do is make sure you get all the way from the top of your wrist down to the ends of your fingers. When you get to the thumb, make sure you get that entire space, because that's all one big tendon. And the other thing I do is I like to make sure I massage up my wrist. That way I get all blood flow all the way through. And I do the same thing on my other hand. So the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to take your arm and extend it from your shoulder to your wrist completely straight. And have your hand bend ever so slightly at the wrist. Now what you're going to do is take your index finger and pull your other four fingers into a fist while holding your index finger straight. Now what this does is it lets all the tendons on your fingers stretch out. And you do it with the index finger and you just go right along to all your other fingers. Now when you get to the pinky, what you do is you take it and you pull it over the other fingers so you can stretch out this entire tendon right through here. And when you get to the thumb, just pull it back 5 times again. And when you get done with that, go over to the second hand, do it all over again. When you say anything when you get to the pinky, take it, pull it over, do it 5 times. You can do it more or less if you want, but I typically do it 5, and sometimes I do it more, sometimes I do it less. And when you get done with that, what you want to do is shake your hands out to make sure that they're good and loose, because you don't want to play tense, otherwise your playing will get really sloppy. And what you do to make sure that you're tense is after you've shaken your hands out, hold your hands straight like this, just don't move any muscles, just hang out, pull one finger back, and then let it go. And if it goes right back into place, then your hands are loose. So the next part of this warm-up is when you actually pick up the guitar and start playing. Now what I typically do is run a 4-finger chromatic scale, starting with the 1st fret on the high E string, and run it all the way down to the 1st fret on the low E string. Now what I do to keep my brain sort of going back and forth is as I ascend in pitch, I ascend on the string. So what I mean by that is I do this. Now when I get to the bottom of the string, I move my 4th finger to the 5th fret and do the same thing but completely in reverse. And I just do this all the way up the neck, going back and forth. And sometimes I make mistakes and I fix that usually. But what I also do is I run this all the way up to where my 4th finger hits the 12th fret. And once my 4th finger hits the 12th fret, I just run it backwards. So say I come to the end of a phrase and I do this. I just move my 4th finger back a fret and go down. So the second part of the guitar warm-up is when you do the same thing, but instead you take away either the 2nd finger or the 3rd finger. I'm going to run this, but without the 3rd finger the first time. And like the first time, you run it all the way up to the 12th fret and all the way back. Simple as that. So I'm going to do the same thing again, except this time I'm going to run it without the 2nd finger. And like I said, all the way up to the 12th fret and all the way back down. So that's my warm-up technique. I use this most of the time, and I hope that you watching this have learned something and we'll do this in the future, or maybe you'll make your own technique, but either way, I hope you use warming up to get better at your guitar playing. If you like this video, then go ahead and hit like and subscribe for more content, and I'll see you later.